Hello everyone. So yeah, welcome to one more live. As you can see for the title, this is just some fixes and refactors on my previous live stream contributions to Hex and Elixir Core. So yeah, without further ado, let's start it up. Right, first one will be, let me just start my live stream in here so I can see if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Some so I can see. All right. So yeah, first things first, the easy one. At least it should be the easy one, right? On my last live, I did fix some of the problems that this implementation had, which is something I did on a even sooner live, right? So I was in the end, I was quite sure all the tests were going to pass, but as always, they didn't. And actually, from Elixir 1.4 and on, all of them passed, right? The problem is that Hex have to work on 1.3 and like down to 1.0. And because of that, there are some resources, there are some features of the language that we can't use, right? So I'm assuming one of them we are using and it's not working because of that. Strange thing though is that it's just not printing the message. So the same goes for 1.2, right? Yeah, it's the same error on all the previous. So I'm guessing, like, let's try taking this out from the assert receive. So let me close this. Take this out from the assert receive, which would be, I am already in the hex repo. What? All right. So I'm already in the hex repo. Last version downloaded, I guess. Yeah. And oh, this is it. And it's on mixed task test. Wait, I think I have it open here. Yeah. Here, line 938. So the thing is, I'm going to go here and ASDF list elixir. Right, I have 1.8 installed. I guess I have to ASDF install elixir 1.3.4 is the last one that was failing, right? Right, and I'm going to say, hey, ASDF local, use the elixir 1.3.4 here. So the elixir version here is 1.3.4. No, it's crashing because I have an Erlang that's too new. So the Erlang version there is 19.3. If install Erlang, is it Erlang? Erlang 19.3. Yeah. This one sometimes it takes more time. Extracting source code, yeah, it's going to compile it, so it's going to take a while. Anyway, meanwhile, I'm going to, so it prints the tip. The tip it expects to print is this one. I'm guessing the problem is that assert received, I'm using the concatenation operator on a match, and I'm not sure if this was available before 1.3, so before 1.4. So what I'm going to do is I'm saving the message in here. Yeah, it's gonna have, I'm gonna break it anyways. And in here I'm going to check for the message. And yeah, now you're natively building element for like version. You need a neat cross period, set environment variable for make deployment target. Oh my, there's always something. ASDF install Erlang 19.3. I don't want to have to push it there to actually test. Let me check if there is any set receive. There is actually. So yeah, probably not exactly the error that I think. So that's not what is causing the problem there, I suppose, because it's already used somewhere else and this test is passing, right? So the pattern match by that is working. So that's not the case. Getting back there. Oops. What else could be? Well, repeating the export equals 11.4. Let me just go. Yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna install Erlang. Let's see if it goes well this time. Figure failed. Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, I only have one version of it installed. Rename, building, configure failed. Why? You're natively building. Let me search for this on DuckDuckGo. Yeah, my version is Big Sur. All right. 10.0. Let's see. It's always a bit troublesome to do this, like to install Erlang on the newer Mac OS. Oops. Yeah, specify deployment target 10 worked for me as well as in the meantime. According to the metadata of the above ticket, Erlang 23 point. Yeah, let me try. Is it 10? 10.0? 9.0? Because this version 19.3 is pretty old. So I'm guessing it expects an old macOS 2, a very old one. Yeah, now I failed with another reason. Ccompile cannot create executables. Cconfig log. Yep, I'm going to have trouble. So one other option would be to, as the guy said, use a Docker container. Oh, maybe ASDF plugin update Erlang. Let me try. Oh, actually 10 at all. Extracting source code, building. Yeah, now the at least now it's different. So cannot record serial file config guest config sub. SDF list all Erlang. Let me try to install the last one, like the last 19.3. 19.3.6.13. 6.13. If you have any guess what could be the problem, just feel free to comment in the chat. Not sure if there's anyone watching though, because it was a live stream that I was not expecting to do. All right, installing old versions of things always make me cry. So option checking. Let me check the configuration options in here for this setup job here. Hey. Hit that. Operating system, virtual, prepare workflow. Right there, it uses containers. Install TP and Elixir. Installing 0.6. All right. Docker.com. Let me try to search for Elixir. There is the default Elixir Docker images, tags. Latest 1.7. Oh, that's a lot. Is there a search by tag? Yeah. 1.3.4. Was it? Yeah. This is it. Docker. It's been a while since the last time I used Docker, so not sure. Oops, I copied the whole string, not just the name. But yeah, let's see if I can make it work. how do you current dir, how to mirror current dir to Docker container. Yeah, mount. Yeah, right, the volume flag. So the host directory, the target directory. Docker run elixir 0.3.4. All right. So Docker run IT. Volume should be the current directory. Volume. I mean, if I do this, oh, oops, IT. Oh, it actually executes elixir. That's not from. Oh, is that trouble? I mean, going back to the problem, what else could it be that's causing it to not print? Besides that one thing there that I suspected. Besides the concatenation on. I mean, it still could be though, because those ones are ignoring the last part of it. Let's try it out. I guess this is the final version. Yeah. Let me try. Oh, actually, forgot to format again. Probably going to, yeah. All right. CA. What else? Formatting, let me see. All right. Pushing the new version. All right, ready. Let's keep an eye on 1.3.4. So yeah, let me review my change here. Okay, got it. You have added This is the place that is printing the chip, and it says to false afterwards. Right, this is change because of formatter, change because of formatter. Right, case, nothing here, looks like something it's gonna yeah. Get here's looks okay. Right, in here this change is not failing, the tests there are all passing. And in here I am suspecting that Elixir 1.3 does not call the post converge. So it's not going to print. Let me check on the Elixir repo. 1.3. And where is it? Libmix, right? Libmix was on mix. Let me see, remote converter. This is the callback. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's gonna. That's the problem. So it's only gonna print that message on. So yeah, I can remove my other two commits there. Let me see. Reset git lg. I'm gonna go back to this git reset hard. Is it hard? Yep. Yeah, reset it. Remove my last two commits. And what I'm going to do is basically fix this test here to not execute this test on previous. So if the version is less than 1.4, when was it introduced actually? Probably 1.4, right? Let me check the master, remote converger. This is the callback that's missing. Let's blame. How can I check which version? Like 1.12. Yeah, the first 1.4.0. Let me see the version. The releases were how are the others skipped? AG version.match. Yeah, this, something like this. One 1.4.0. So for the tests from 1.4, like 1.3 down, it's going to to just skip this test. And that's the fix for the test, actually not executing it. Skipping tests for elixir less than 1.4. All right, let me mention that in the PR because otherwise no one will know. And here. All right. Because the callback used to print the message didn't exist back then. Is that okay? And Eric MJ. Oh, all right. I have to put elixir on ASF local elixir 1.11.4 mix format. Right. Remove the tools versions and I see. Oh, I did commit it previously. Did I, or is it on master? Yeah, I did commit it previously, so yeah, better remove it. AC formatting. All right. So yeah, the first one should be this. Let me push. Oh, I think I didn't post the message. Oh, still here. Thanks GitHub for not just throwing my message away. Post converge callback used to print the message. Didn't expect that. Is that okay? Comment. All right. Didn't have to actually install to discover the problem. Install the previous versions. All right. And I got over it without having to use Docker. I really have to learn it again because currently I'm not using Docker on a daily basis. I used to use it on my previous company we worked for, but now I don't use it for a while, so you have to learn it. I mean, I understand the concept, but I've totally forgot all the commands and so I just wanted to make sure, like, wait for this one at least. So setting up hexpm. Just gonna compile it. Oops. How much time does it normally take? Like, this is the last one oh, not this one. Three days ago formatting, yeah. No. 2 days ago, yeah, this is the one. This is, yep, normally takes 2 minutes to build, 35 seconds to run the tests. Yeah, okay. Latest. Oh, it did fail already. Wait, what? Oh, 1.1.1 passed, so I think it's okay. Yeah, I think this two here just randomly failed. Is there a way to rerun just these two? I hate that. Not used to the GitHub actions also. So function rebar main. No, that's totally random. Bad file. Rebar 3 beam. Yeah. Not related to anything I did, I suppose. Well, let's call it a day for this one and move on to the Elixir core one. So yeah, let me just add a marker because I always forgot to do this. Add stream marker. Is there another? Yeah, add stream marker. All right. So this marker is going to be the split I'm going to do on the highlights. So yeah, next one would be this other thing I did on the last live, right? To add a compile time error when aliasing non-elixir module without the S option. So the issue is basically this, for remembering, you can alias non-elixir modules like this, but this is not useful because it's going to alias the atom lists to this atom, elixir.lists. So it's even harder to actually access it. So the idea would be to print an error message saying, hey, if you want to alias this module as another thing in Elixir, please use the S option, right? So there were some suggestions on my, one of them is from Joseph Aline. This is more complex. I'm going to get back here afterwards, but the other one would be from Fernando Tapiarico. So he's saying like the message would be better maybe as something like this, and I agree actually, because it makes more sense. Like it's not an invalid alias module, it's just an alias that couldn't be inferred automatically, right? So what I'm going to do is to go to my Elixir pool, and I'm going to go to the expand elixir expand URL line 1129. This is the message. This is the way. I've just started watching The Mandalorian, so yeah, this is the way. This is his suggestion. And I'm going to also have to fix the expand tests. Where is it? Like there was a test for it somewhere. All right, expansion tests. Expansion test. Yeah, this here is the message I need to change. Oh, vi p p p. Here, it is gonna be inferred automatically for module x, and in here I'm gonna put a line break just to make it. So module here is going to be lists. Modules. Yeah, that's it. All right. Oh, never mind. I have to make clean test elixir. Is it test elixir? I'm going to run all the tests just in case. And this would be the first thing. And the other, meanwhile, while the tests go there, the other suggestion by Joseph Valim is like, this looks good, but you likely want to do it on elixir aliases less. That's another function instead of in here, by changing it to return OK something or error something. Right, and then you change the colors of elixir aliases less accordingly. All right. I think I can do that. Let me see what. Let me see first. Let me commit this. Changing the message, the error message to a clear one, as suggested by Vertaprico. Is it that Vertpric? There's no Vertapric. All right, three letters from each name of him. Quite neat. All right, one failure. Right, what's the catch? Oh, I see. That's a problem. I mean, I think I can just, I can't actually break the line like that. Isn't there any other message? Because these are regexes, right? The tilde error. But if I put a line break here, it's going to try to match for a line break. And I can't actually merge it like that. I mean, I could just not, could try to match just like this. This would be good enough. The other parts is just some more detail. Oops. CA, amending. Make test, because I don't need to clean it anymore. Like the only thing I change is the test itself. So even better, bin elixir, just running, no no file name. I think I have to go on lib elixir. Yeah, it passed now. Pushing it. All right, next thing would be here. This is resolved. Copying this whole thing to actually moving it to elixir aliases last accordingly. All right, and then changing the colors accordingly. All right. First, let me check elixir aliases. Starts with last. All right, this is the function that he's telling me where I could actually check. It's exported, yeah. And where it's called elixir aliases less. There's only one place that it's called, which is in here. All right, I should then. All right, here. Span false. That's the only place that's calling. All right. So instead of an if here, it should be a case. And then I do a form error in case it's an error. That's it. That's it. Yeah, pretty easy actually to move it there. All right. The only thing I have to care about now is elixir expand in here invalid alias module. This whole thing here, I make it back to the previous option, which is just this. And this is the whole logic that's going to be moved to the other place. Oops. To here, somewhere here. Right, what happens? An atom comes, it gets the last from list reversed, atom to list, atom. And then puts elixir atom. All right. So I don't need to actually check the as here because this is going to be called on the as option. All right, so it's not eref, it's atom. Atom. And in here, I just return this. Is it dot? No, it's not dot. It's here. It's dot. Wait, what? Yeah, here's dot. All right. All right. So here I return OK and the last item. Otherwise, I return error. And in here, then right, and in here, the place that I call aliases last, I check wait, with if include by default. Oh, I see. All right. Here, I just call case of often and if it's error, then it's the form here. The last one doesn't have. And if it's OK atom, OK ref. Actually, new ref, right? It's not possible to reassign. So yeah, not sure if you got my reasoning here, but I think that this last function that José Valim suggested me is the function that takes the last bit of the elixir module, right? So when you do something like this, alias 1.2, the last function there is what's going to get this 2 here from here. So that's what's going to get the 2. But wait, what? If I do alias 1.2 as nil 2, all right, let me cancel ix. What I found strange is this bit here. Like, as you can see, the only place that calls this less is when it's false. But if it's as nil, it gets the whole ref. Interesting. Like alias 1.2 as nil 2, it actually doesn't alias. It just ignores. Very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I guess this should be it then. Right, what I changed here is the last function actually is moved to inside here, and if it's not, if the atom to list, I can actually make that a little bit better because I can match that and save the value here, because the atom to list here, I do the same in here again. So this is basically the whole result here. right? Atom list. Let's call it just list. So guess the last. Wait, what? Of the reversed list? That doesn't make any sense actually. I mean, why? Oh, right. Never mind. The last here is yeah, this is the one. So if it's a point, returns the ACC. If it's the header and tail, it accumulates the header. If it's empty, it returns the ACC. Yeah, I'm gonna trust this actually works. I mean, why not, right? It should work. I'm not sure just if I shouldn't actually put this on another. Something like this. Let me see, make clean, compile. I can just run test too. So removed everything. So now it's gonna recompile the elixir-lang code. Right, syntax error before error. Should expand as undefined. 919, 917, and 17. If yeah, just the thing is that I just forgot the semicolon. The semicolon always. So recompiling elixir-lang files, and E is unbound. What is unbound here? Form error E. The E is unbound. The meta was also unbound, right? I guess we are good now. Yeah, it passed. It's compiling the old version. For anyone who's wondering, no, I actually don't know Erlang that well. And am I afraid of messing up stuff on the Elixir compiler? A bit, but I mean, if I do mess up and Jose Valim and the other guys don't actually catch the error, it's of course it's partially my fault, but it's also partially their fault too. So I mean, it's kind of impossible to actually get to release that as a main error on the language, you know, like, so contributing I do know that some people are really afraid of contributing to open source because they don't want to mess up with the other people's stuff, you know, or sometimes they don't want to feel like they're the dumbest person in the room. But sincerely, that's not, you should not feel bad for being the dumbest person in the room, because that means you have a lot to learn with those people, you know. So yeah, that's a good situation to be in. When you're the smartest one in the room, I would strongly suggest you to search for another room with smarter people than you, you know. So yeah, that's what's good about contributing to Elixir and these Elixir projects, like the main ones like the Hex package manager, Ecto, Phoenix Live View, Elixir. uh, there's always a lot of issues that you can tackle, and plus the fact that the people reviewing your pull requests, they are very smart, and they do know a lot of stuff that you could learn, and that makes you a better programmer. So I'm sure I'm a better Erlang programmer after this pull request, because I just practiced it a little bit more. I never got to practice it that much, but anyways. Oh. All tests passed on Elixir E units, and testing X unit Elixir stuff. It looks like it got stuck or something, I don't know. Or it just takes a lot. All right, so already see. Not sure what's happening, because it's taking really a long time to execute. Maybe I introduced a bug on the compiler, I don't know. Is this the previous version? Like, it is, right? Eref expanators meta true eref eopcity. Eref expanators meta true eref eopcity. Yeah, should be. Sure what's happening. So expand as when it's false, if it's included, new ref, otherwise form error. Like, it is in here, right? Meta included by default, ref if included by default. Might be, yeah, it might be that in Elixir lib elixir test elixir expansion. No, is it elixir? A bin expansion? No. What is that test? Elixir kernel expansion. Elixir kernel expansion test. All right, this test passed. Make test elixir. Is it test elixir like that? Yeah. It's taking a, let's review it more carefully. All right, so it might be the here. It might be the list here, the list thing here. So what I'm going to do is to just redo the atom to list in here and check if, oh, why was it taking that long? All right. Yeah, never mind. The elixir test passed, as you saw there. So I'm committing it and calling it a day. Refactor move the check for non-elixir modules to elixir aliases less as suggested by Giuseppe the man. GP to git push, and this is gonna be, oh, I introduced a line break here. Let me kill it. CA. All right, git push. Wait, what? No. CA. Messing that up that much. Right, pushing it. No. Yep, the line break should go, and it went. So, yeah, it looks like this should be now. Right, expense. Yeah, that's the only place I changed, and the invalid module, and so yep, our suggestions. I'll change. That's good enough now. You want me to change anything else? Thanks. All right. I think we are good for today. Yeah, hopefully that was not as boring as it looks like it is. But yeah, I'm thinking here maybe just, what time is it? 2:30. Yeah, it was pretty fast. I'm going over my list of notifications while live. So these ones I can totally ignore. They are on a personal fork inbox. That's something I do regularly. Oh, let me mark it. Another stream marker. All right. So yeah, let me go over. Not as interested on Broadway today. Also Axon, I'm not proficient on that one. These ones are related to the stuff that I've been doing. This one looks interesting. So validating licenses when building the package. So what if licenses list is empty? What if licenses list contain any licenses that are now recognized by SPDX as SPDX list that is on generating the file? Interesting. So yeah, the thing is, now it's going to, when publishing, it's going to not enforce, but actually warning if you didn't include any license. So that's pretty cool. Wonder how he did implement it. This is the SPDX list EXS file from Cersei. He introduced this Cersei file, XPDX list, which has a list of maps, and the properties are deprecated, license ID, and OSI approved. Interesting. So let me search for MIT in here because that's the one I know. So CC stands for Creative Commons, probably, right? Yeah. GPL, yeah, the default ones are all in here, probably. Pretty cool. I wonder if that could be written as term to binary. Like, why saving it as a string? Like, I mean, it's going to be loaded at compile time, so maybe it doesn't matter that much, right? Yeah, cool. Other things, organization, licenses valid warn. Okay, this is the warn. So yeah, and then there's the build test, checks if the warning is printed, and release samples. Release repo. All right, the sample to actually test the thing, and change file check annotations. hexpm, I figure having the script is one central place would make it easier to maintain in the long run. Oh, I see. He didn't actually write the script that Wojtek suggested. So maybe we don't need to use files for this test. Yeah, looks cool. So now you know. It's probably in no time we're gonna see some warning when publishing a new hex file, that new hex package that hasn't any license. Link to Libera web chat. What is that? Oops. Back. Wait, what? What is this link? Never seen the Libera chat. Oh, it's an ERC network for free and open source software and peer directory projects. Interesting. Gonna take a look at that some other day. Persistent term, prog-lang string. I think this doesn't interest. Rebar version on CI, one on HPC and safe defaults. So, all right, the built-in HPC-based HTTP client adapter as in security flow setting, and thus it's not recommended for users, in particular for API write operations. Use HTTP clients with security flows like Hackney and Mint. See configuration and wrapper module sections for more information. So as you users on HexCore. So on README there's like probably some HTTPC interesting. So all right, yeah. See hex HTTP and hex HTTP HPC for more information. Profile HTTP options. I didn't know that HTTPC was not safe. That's good to know. I mean, never used it anyway. I never used a Tesla or something like that. So, and it uses Hackney by default, if I'm not mistaken. So memory uses Spike. That seems like a good discussion. So there's a spike when doing JSON encode, which transforms a data structure into JSON. So yeah, JSON, Python, JSX. Lower is better, Canada. So F-write, IoT binary. Interesting. It is the fastest, but the most memory usage one. So yeah, thank you for adding this. This is quite concerning. Long-term fix will probably come with pretty print to float to list, float to binary. However, I'm not exactly sure how to help. This is short term. We could optiput scientific notation for floats just fine. JSON support that. However, I'm afraid of changing the output and recording so dramatically. I assume it might be hard-coded in a lot of places in tests and other things like that. Oh, so interesting. Looks like the problem is with when encoding floats like this, big floats. Looks like it takes a lot of memory unexpectedly. Like it takes more memory in some cases. It's very interesting. So yeah, there are some optimizations probably coming on the near future there. And next, I don't actually understand what's going on with the next yet. I do really want to get into it, but don't have time for that. And I'm running out of time for this live today also. Absinthe, clarify the data loader integration. Yeah, I know data loader is another package to actually build queries on Ecto for GraphQL. I would ever try to opposite on KTeX equations. I'm not interested that much. KTeX Credo disable check for a file in Credo is ignored when running Credo for that file. Wait, what? Check for a specific file. All right. So the expected outcome is checks there for the file. When I run mix Credo, there's a Credo respect issue on that same file. So there is an error there. So maybe this contribution is something I might be interested in doing. Saved it just in case. Lib cluster, gossip error. Not interested. And this one is work related. My work. Allow uploads to be sent in batches to avoid congestion. Alright. That's cool too. So Phoenix Live View, there's like this new upload thing. Now you can upload in batches. So it looks pretty cool. You'll be not now by now, but soon, because it's going to be get merged soon probably. So yeah, went over my notifications for today, and yeah, that's it. The live 1.5 hours already, and I'm going to say, yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you, you two that stayed with me until now. Not sure who are you, because you didn't touch the chat, but anyway, see you around, and I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow around 2:30 p.m. here in Brazil, which is 5:30 p.m. UTC. And yeah, see you. Bye-bye.